This is where the big boys play, huh?
I'm back. And I'm back for you. I'm not gonna lie, I'm back for me too.
Who are you to doubt El Dandy? Because this guy's a serious professional.
Hole 3, the moss-covered, three-handled family gradunzel. I am Sir Michael Cole.
You there, sitting at home. Acknowledge me.
Number 4, armbar.
This ain't no disco. Ain't no country club either. This is the 3 Count Thursday podcast. So let's go, baby.
Hello, everyone. Welcome 3CT. We are live Thursday night, February the 16th, 2023. We are February the 23rd. I realized I did not change the date on the graphic. So we're off to a great start tonight. And there's only 3 of us. So
the OGs. How about that?
There it is. But welcome in. Hope you are having a good week. And we are going to do our best, as I realize that my graphic wasn't great, but we press on. You can check out our website, 3countthursday.com. That's where you'll find all of our social media links, our social media, our merchandise over at tpublic.com, and everything else 3CT related. We certainly do appreciate all your support. If you are following along with us in the live video, give us a like and a share. We would appreciate that as well. And yeah, let's dive right in. Let's go around the room. Like I said, no Tim this week. Mark may be joining us for the live show. If not, I think he'll be on the Tuesday show. We can never be too sure with old intern Mark. But Ryan,
How you doing?
I'm really good, Big Jim. I thank you for asking that. Drew looks at me. I fake a smile so he won't see that I want and I'm needing everything that we should be. Because he's the teardrops on my guitar, the only thing that keeps me wishing on a star.
thanks for that. Matt,
How you doing?
I'm doing real good, boys. Real good. Key lime pie, whoopie pies are in season at Roots this week, if you can make it. Devin, thought you were going to be the people's champ. You were pretty confident in your proclamations last week, so I was a little disappointed to see that did not come to fruition. I actually participated this time. No idea what place I even finished in because I didn't check, but I know I didn't win, so
you did not win.
Did I do better than Devin?
No. Devin came in 4th.
Okay.
4th.
Matt,
not even a top 3.
You, Matt, you came in 8th, but you were better than intern Mark. So
I'll take it.
There you go. That's all you can do. Cousin Brian asking who the champ is, and that would be Cousin Brian.
I have a bone to pick with Cousin Brian for his first people's champ pick too when we get to it.
Oh my goodness.
It's absolute malarkey. How are you doing, Jim?
I'm doing good. I played golf today. I went outside, got
a beautiful day.
Fresh air, got some sunlight. A beautiful 70-degree day after a crappy 40-degree day yesterday, and what will be another 40-something degree day tomorrow. So
the weather was drunk today, so I hope you enjoyed it.
If you didn't get out and enjoy it, PA, sorry. Better luck next time, I suppose.
You have that look that you sweated a little bit today. Were you sweating a little bit?
I was
You broke a
sweating.
sweat?
I was sweating. I got a little sunburnt.
Oh, so maybe that's what it is?
Yeah, I think it's the sunburnt.
The sunburn?
Did you wear your Bliss shirt on the greens?
I did not. I did
Okay.
not. I do not have a. I should get a some sort of WWE polo though.
I'm surprised you don't have the WWE polo at this point.
I don't. I'm actually
shocked at that.
I'm ashamed of myself actually for that. Now that we're sounding it out,
They have the button downs too. You could always dive into.
That's true.
Are button downs acceptable on the greens, or does it have to be a polo?
I think a button down would be acceptable. I mean, they primarily want something with a collar. Like generally, the collar is the like approved attire of the golf course.
And your golf courses, maybe.
You don't have to wear like a necktie or anything, though.
No necktie.
Jeez.
I don't know about the flame golf courses in Central PA. Those may
higher
require.
standards.
They closed 3 years ago.
Damn it! I don't know how there's a screw job. Like you just didn't pick the picks right, my guy. I mean,
maybe he did pick the picks right, and the WWE did screw him.
It's possible.
I mean, I suppose anything's possible. That could certainly be the case.
Does T Public make polo shirts? Can we make 3 Count Thursday polos? I don't think they do. Do they?
I don't think they do.
I will write a strongly worded letter.
Will you?
Nope.
I didn't think so.
Were we going to have polos made at one point early on? Whatever happened to that?
We all bought gray polos to get embroidered.
Polos.
Yeah,
we wore them unembroidered to KPW shows.
We did, and then we got verbally accosted on the internet, I believe, and I think
you got verbally accosted.
Well, that was because you were wearing a backwards hat.
I wore a hat. I think I don't know whatever.
Better fix that, Ryan. What are you doing here?
Yeah,
my bad. Oh, that's
what are we doing?
Professional. Be professional.
Come on, be professional, Ryan. We're professional on the internet. I
think I did see that like sad gray polo when we were moving. It was still in my closet. I was like,
well, there
don't
you
think
are.
we need this.
There you are.
It doesn't fit me anymore.
Just sitting. I actually wore a gray polo on the golf course today. Not the same.
Not that one.
No, I outgrew that one. But
that's not top on Jim anymore.
What's that?
Nothing.
But it was like I said, it was a good day. Enjoyed it. I wanted to check. I know everything is on sale over at T Public right now.
Is it really?
Yeah, for the next 47 hours, 59 minutes, and 50 seconds and counting.
One of their bi-weekly sale.
Yeah, the next 2 days, everything on sale up to 35% off. So head over there and
that's a steal.
And get our merch over on the T Public. We got the new 3CT Army shirt, Ryan. I know you're
up there.
It is up there. Somebody bought one day one actually. So,
what an idiot.
All right.
Are we making a with Tim's new drop sound effect drop? Are we making a T-shirt for that? I think that would sell well.
Oh, this from the
fuck you, bigot.
From the Tuesday show. I think it would make a great. I think it would make a great shirt actually.
Right, I could wear them all around town.
Oh, Ryan, you called cousin Brian the idiot.
Oh no, I thought it was you, Jim.
No, it wasn't.
It's usually Jim that alienates our listeners, by just shitting on any wrestling.
Oh no, I thought Jim ordered that shitty shirt. No, it was. I'm so sorry, cousin Brian. He was at trivia last night. He got invited to come.
Did he? Was he the winner? Was he the big winner?
No, we were all on the same team. That other team they were unreal, man. They really were.
I know for sure I'm going to make it out for what will be the office trivia at the end of March.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. Mike Shoop showed up, and we still got beat.
What?
Well, it wasn't film, right?
It wasn't film in general.
80s in general? Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Wow.
No, I mean, there was like that stupid one about the hockey coach. Who would have known that? Nobody.
I mean, I literally would have known that. I wish Mark would have invited. Were you close enough in points that would have put you?
That one would have helped for sure. The last one was the top 3 selling video games of the 1980s.
Was Tetris one?
Tetris was one. We didn't guess Tetris.
Was Pong one?
Pong was not. No.
Was Pac-Man one?
Pac-Man was not.
Yeah.
We thought it was kind of like the Eddie
Frogger.
Murphy movie thing, where it was like Shrek 1, 2, 3. So we went Mario Brothers.
Was Mario was one of the Marios one of them?
The original one was, but we didn't put that because it came with the system. So we thought on a technicality that wasn't sold separately.
Well, I think it still was sold.
But it still was, but it sold separately. I don't think it would have sold enough.
So the top three were it was Mario,
Super
Mario
Mario
you
Brothers.
Can't play any game without the system itself.
Tetris and
Tetris. And then we also put Mario 3 because that came out in like 87, 89. I don't know. I forget when that came out.
God, how bad was Mario 2?
We put Mario 2. We did Mario 2, 3, and something else.
So if
Zelda,
Mario 1 was
it was fucking Duck Hunt.
Oh, because it was the pair.
Because it was paired, right? Stupid shit.
Yeah, that's dumb.
I love Terry.
You know what?
Though.
That
Terry's
dog probably laughed at you guys again when you came in second.
I found out yesterday that you could control the ducks with the other controller, with player 2.
Really?
I had no clue.
I never knew that.
That was I think the balloon fella told me that.
I had the version. I don't know if it was. I guess it was a special version of the Nintendo that my family got because we had the Mario Duck Hunt, and then there was like a third game. It was like the track and field games. I think was all in one game.
Did you get the mat with that then?
Yeah, the freaking mat.
Oh, look at you. My family has the mat. I go golfing where I have to wear polos.
Where you had to beat Bobcat, you had to get on the floor and fucking smack the things because believe it or not, I've always been fat. It's not just something that I developed as an adult.
Were you big into Dance Revolution, Jim? Is that your cup of tea?
No, that wasn't me.
I bet Tim's a good Dance Revolution.
Oh my gosh,
I could see that being.
I could totally see that.
I could absolutely see that. All right, let's dive in to things that occurred today in wrestling history. I'm sure we'll venture down side roads again as we go off the show. That's where you're wrong, Mike. Now, you've not been the original show. I think would venture off at times as well. It won't go.
Usually Ryan that would veer us off course.
It won't go
back
as
in the day.
far off the rails as it will with Mark, but it'll go off the rails and stay off the rails.
Originally it was just you two anyway, and I would just like chime in through the chat.
You were the Tony Reale of the.
You were. That's right. Yeah, we called you.
Jesus, have we come a long way?
I was just at your dining room table with the camera looking at you close and me just over your shoulder like a second.
When we first started, we didn't even do video.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it was literally we broadcasted live on I don't even remember where the hell we broadcasted. Blog Talk Radio is where we started.
Blog Talk Radio, yeah.
Jesus, what a long time ago that was. But back in 1990, on a live edition of the main event from Joe Louis Arena, Hulk Hogan faced Macho Man Randy Savage in a WWF Championship rematch from WrestleMania 5. Hogan retained the title. 97 WCW Super Brawl 7 took place at the Cow Palace, San Francisco, California. Main event saw Hollywood Hogan defend his WCW World Heavyweight Championship against Roddy Piper. Earlier in the card, Lex Luger and the Giant won the WCW Tag Team Championship from the Outsiders. 2002, Ring of Honor was born when it hosted its first ever event at the Murphy Recreation Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The first ever main event saw Low Ki defeat Christopher Daniels and Bryan Danielson in a triple threat match. 2003, WWE's No Way Out took place at the Bell Center in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. The main event saw a rematch from WrestleMania X8 with The Rock defeating Hulk Hogan with yet another homage to the Montreal Screwjob. 2010, WWE's brand new NXT show aired its first episode from the Bradley Center in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And lastly, 2014, WWE Elimination Chamber took place at the Target Center in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It was the last pay-per-view WWE aired before the launch of the WWE Network, which launched the very next day. And those were the events that occurred. February the 23rd in pro wrestling history. So speaking of Elimination Chamber and speaking of the Bell Center in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, Elimination Chamber this past Saturday night, the 5-match card, the final premium live event stop before WrestleMania took place. I know, Ryan, we were talking a little bit about it before we went on air, and I think probably maybe the best place to start is with the main event. There was obviously a ton of build up to it. Now the fallout from it, Roman Reigns retaining the undisputed Universal Championship, so all signs point to the match at WrestleMania being Cody versus Roman Reigns. I mean, there was no real indication on Raw that Sammy will be added to the match. I mean, anything can happen in the World Wrestling Entertainment, but with all the build up to the match, I know we've discussed in recent weeks, like, should WWE pull the trigger and change the title to Sami Zayn? And I mean, I think the right decision was made, but there was also points throughout that match where I thought Sammy was going to win. Roman is, I think, one of the best at the near fall, and there was certainly points where I wasn't sure that he was going to be kicking out. But I thought it was a really well done main event. I liked that Roman came out first. It gave Sammy the moment to come out in front of the Montreal crowd. I love the way that the match started. Both guys gave it the time to breathe. I just thought it was produced very well. But your guys' thoughts on the main event?
I didn't watch it.
You really didn't?
I decided to take in an indie wrestling show the Saturday night. I watched it on a phone at Aruka's with the sound off. No, I went back and I actually watched it last night because I'm a professional and we do a wrestling podcast. I absolutely loved everything. I love that the WWE let this match breathe. They were in no hurry to lock up, and I think it was maybe 6 or 7 minutes
It was
of
a little while.
Sammy standing tall in the middle of the ring, and like Roman being cornered, kind of circling. I thought it was so poetic. It was so well done. The crowd proved that you can have a long pay-per-view and still have a really hot reaction for the main event, because that fucking crowd was there at every single move. That crowd was so hot. Kudos to Montreal. I know it was their hometown guy, but wow, just so well done. So well done.
Yeah, fantastic storytelling throughout that match. Heyman in particular, I think I said in the group chat, like, whatever he gets paid is not enough, because he was doing a phenomenal job from start to finish with that entire, his reactions were just flawless to everything that was happening in the ring at every point. So kudos to him for really kind of adding that element to it. I think certainly the crowd being as into it as they were helped the match and probably helped me enjoy it a lot more than if it had just been at, like, I don't know, Chicago or
right,
Des Moines. But I think that what we've seen in terms of the overall storytelling, they've been able to continue to draw interest from the wrestling fans into this storyline, and they keep finding new ways to just keep that going. The whole thing with Jimmy and Jay and where we go from here, and Sammy's involvement with them, and Owens coming out at the end. I think it just was continually giving you a taste of what is to come. And as wrestling fans, we think we see what's coming, and I think they've kept everything fresh enough that I'm not thinking this is stale at all, and I don't want to see it end anytime soon.
Yeah, I mean, and like, I think that's in the beauty of talking about this after Monday Night Raw, and because we saw Sammy come out on Raw on Monday, and he called out Kevin Owens, and Kevin Owens is basically just like, I tried to tell you, you didn't want to hear it. This family now has kind of like chewed you up and spit you out. You have to deal with the consequences of your actions. So now it feels like the story between now and WrestleMania over the next 37 days is trying to get Sammy to get Kevin Owens to trust him again. So like that in and of itself, to be able to topple the Usos. And then there's also the internal battle with the Usos, because we still don't really know where Jey Uso stands. And Jimmy and Jay were in Montreal. Solo was not. So there's so many layers to this story, and yeah, WWE continues to do a phenomenal job telling this story. And I'm with you, Matt. Like I don't, because I mean the belief is that in 37 days that Cody Rhodes is probably going to win the title. At least that's how everything is kind of setting up and how it feels. And there's a huge part of me that wants that, but there's also a huge part of me that's like, can we ride that out to SummerSlam? Like, I don't know that I want to see. I actually don't necessarily want to see Roman drop both titles and for this this story to begin to end, because it has been really arguably the best thing in our lifetime, certainly any time in the last since we've been doing this show. I think this is the best story told in that time. But yeah, it's wild. I loved everything that they did with it, and yeah, the Montreal crowd certainly deserves its kudos, because they played their part. Sami Zayn's wife played her part extremely well. So just it really well executed by everyone.
I mean, do you think we have enough meat on the bone at this point that if Roman does drop the title, we have enough left with the bloodline, with the family, that there's still storylines for the chase in terms of reclaiming that we could still see fit? Similar to how we said the Fiend didn't really need the title. Like, how important is having the title for Roman to make this storyline as good as it is?
I mean, I think there's still story to be told, because I mean the battle with Roman this whole time has been like his journey to be the tribal chief, and I think it was last week's episode of Young Rock. They was an episode where they had the Peter Maivia memorial show in Hawaii, and somewhere in the episode, I think it would have been The Rock's grandma told him that like High Chief would have been proud, and like you're now like the head of the, I don't know if head of the table was used, but it was kind of this weird nod to this storyline. And it's not me going like, oh my gosh, Dwayne's coming back after all. But
that has to be the long play though, right? Like more importantly than the titles,
right,
has to be Roman is more important to wrestling than The Rock.
I think you need the titles to tell that picture, though. I mean, you've gone 902 days?
Yeah,
on Sunday?
Last week cleared 900.
I'm not so sure Cody beats Roman Reigns at WrestleMania.
I would be surprised
if we can't do The Rock at Mania. Maybe The Rock is the SummerSlam draw.
But again, like, does Roman need the titles? Like, does Rock need the titles? if the whole overlying storyline is not The Rock wants to come back and be champion, but The Rock just wants to come back and beat Roman to say, this is still, at the end of the day, my tribe.
I think you have to have the goal to be the head of the table and supply for the family. That's the story I feel that was told, that
Yeah,
I have to do this and I have to be the champion so Jimmy can eat, so Jay can eat. Without these, I'm nothing. I feel like the titles are very important to Roman in this. Sometimes the titles don't make I think the titles have really made Roman Reigns here. And I get that they're just a prop. Oh shit! When did Mark show up?
Yeah, he just dropped in. Hi, Mark.
Hi, everybody.
Oh my god. Oh, that was like the most.
I knew it was coming too, and I wasn't even ready for it.
The most like Bray Wyatt and Mr. Rogers thing I've ever heard. Look at
the superhero right there,
waving his ass off.
Well, Jim, I was drunk the day my mom got out of prison, and I went to pick her up in the rain. But Jim, before I could get there to the station in my pickup truck, she got run over by a damned old train. And Jim, I'll hang around as long as you will let me. And you know I never minded standing in the rain.
Oh my god.
26
But
minutes.
you don't have to call me intern.
That's right. All goes awry. Oh my god.
You never even called me by my name. Hi,
Mark,
everybody. Matt, put him away. You're scaring me. It's gun
Mark,
season.
who is that? Who was that? Was that?
Oh, that was David Allen Coe.
It's not.
Yeah, it is. Put it in the Google machine, Smokey. He's starting off like this already. Has been this way the whole podcast, boys?
No, it hasn't.
It was a fine podcast.
We've been doing really well for the last
Where's
26
Tim?
minutes.
I would call it a winning podcast.
We were doing really well.
You can't use that. That's already someone else's gimmick.
Careful.
Be careful. Where's Tim? Shane McMahon.
The best in the world.
Tim's not with us this week, Mark.
I'm sorry I was late, boys.
It's okay. It's okay. Sometimes it happens.
I wore a polo shirt just to make
Mark,
up for
you're
it.
literally hurting our fans. Mike got a back spasm because you popped him.
There it was.
You gotta be careful.
Sorry, Big Mike.
Your words are dangerous.
Shane McMahon.
Now, where were we? Roman needs the title.
Yeah, we're talking about Elimination Chamber. We're talking about the main event specifically from Elimination Chamber and kind of the fallout from it. And it's weird, like, because there's part of me that almost wants to agree with you, Matt, that it is there could be, I think, if executed well, and so far in the Triple H era, this particular storyline has been executed extremely well. That they could take this story in the fallout of WrestleMania if Cody wins and continue if you can get The Rock at SummerSlam or I don't know if Survivor Series or another pay-per-view premium live event along the way would suffice, but that it would work without the title, because it is more about the family and the importance to the family. Then at the same time, I'm kind of with Ryan that throughout this, there's been so many points where we've heard Roman, yelling at Jimmy and yelling at Jay and yelling at Solo and yelling at Sammy and just that this whole thing is about his family and what he has to do. It's all on him to be the best and to hold the titles and to be the example and all of that. That it maybe it almost does kind of need the titles as well. And like that's where the battle for me has been with them not splitting the titles. I really did think that we were going to get split titles at WrestleMania, and Cody was going to end up as WWE champion, but Roman was still going to remain the Universal champion. And when they decided not to do that, it's kind of kind of made me go, I don't know how the Roman Reigns bloodline story continues in this form without Roman being champion. But in the same time, I feel like, because of the injury to Cody, I thought he should have won a title last year had he not been hurt. But now, like, I don't think Cody Rhodes is ever going to be in a position higher than he is now. Like, I feel like this is your chance, number one chance with Cody, that like, this is the time for him to win the titles.
But this was your number one chance with Sammy as well, and he didn't win the titles. Look what they're doing with the United States Championship. They're elevating that title. It had an entire Hell in a Cell match or a chamber match. That's probably going to bring John Cena back to wrestle Austin Theory for that championship. They're having the Raw Championship stand on its own without having the big championship around. They're doing what they can do to ultimately keep the straps on Roman Reigns, I think.
Yeah,
don't get me wrong. You're absolutely right. I can see both sides of the story too. Cody Rhodes absolutely could win, and absolutely probably should win.
Yeah,
but I'm not going to be surprised if they don't pull the trigger and Roman just continues to win. Who's next? Who's left? I mean, everybody.
Who is next at that point? That's
The
why
Rock.
That's kind of...
That's it.
Yeah, it seems really to be The Rock. And I mean, after WrestleMania, I mean, you don't have any like big shows until
you get the briefcase into play again.
Let's stretch that out a bit though. Let's say that Roman keeps the belts. The end goal is still The Rock. The Rock's not winning the belts.
No,
absolutely not.
He's not going to wrestle more than one time. So then Roman beats The Rock. Then what?
You got a year to figure that out.
Main event.
I mean, people are already kind of like shitting on Roman for defending the title belt as few times as he has. It's similar to Brock's title defenses. 900 days and he's defended it, what, 26, 27 times?
Yeah, I saw a tweet. Let me see if I can find it the other day. 27 televised title wins in the 900, and I guess it'd be 907 days, I believe now, dating back to Clash of Champions 2020. So this is the list. The 27 title defenses. Jey Uso, Strowman, Jey Uso, Owens, Daniel Bryan, and Edge. Etch. Daniel Bryan, Cesaro, Rey Mysterio, Etch, John Cena, Finn Balor, Demon Balor, Brock Lesnar, Sami Zayn, the Seth Rollins, where he did lose, or Rollins had the DQ, won by DQ. Goldberg, Lesnar, Riddle, Lesnar, McIntyre, Logan Paul, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. But yeah, I mean, to Ryan's point, I think especially in the Triple H era, I think they've done a much better job elevating the U.S. title, elevating the Intercontinental title to the point where, like, I don't necessarily need a Roman Reigns title defense on every premium live event. Yes, Mark, you have your hand up.
I have my hand up. I'm being polite. I don't want to scare any of our listeners. Now, what about a healthy Randy Orton? Do you think Orton could be the one to take the belt off?
Oh, I would fucking hate that so much.
I would hate that too. But like, Orton was rumored to be the challenger at SummerSlam before the injury, and that's when they brought Brock back for the tractor pull match.
Right at SummerSlam.
Let me go back on a couple comments here. Cousin Brian says it's going to take Roman losing for the bloodline to fall apart. The Usos and Solo won't take the crap from a loser. Yes, I mean there is certainly story to be told post title loss. Mike not a fan of the unified titles. thinks it's time for a Roman vacation. He says the way he would book it: Cody wins, loses the title to The Rock in November. Roman wins the Rumble, beats The Rock for the title at next year's Mania. So, but I don't see. I mean, I understand Survivor Series is important to The Rock, so if I wouldn't necessarily disagree that could happen.
I don't see The Rock holding the straps for 5 months.
Right, like so. Yeah,
Well,
that
he
be
would
November.
probably only wrestle maybe Rumble and then Mania, so
Well, 'cause
2
there's-
extra matches. But I don't
Last year
think he
there was
puts
no
in more than one.
December. Yeah, last year there was no December premium live event, so I would assume they're going to do that again this year. So between
Here's hoping, Jim.
Yeah.
What if they do
Come on.
Starcade?
Well, that's when they did the NXT Deadline, where they had that new match that we actually enjoyed.
We
So
did.
maybe that'll take place at the WWE one. So then you would have Rumble, you would have Chamber, and you would have Mania. So yeah, I think The Rock would probably have one title defense at the Rumble in Mike's scenario, and then Roman could certainly come back for it. But
also to Roman Reigns not defending the championship, doesn't that make every defense that much more important?
Yeah,
and like
that's
every
what I've
appearance
said.
that much more
It's-
important. Like Roman, there was SmackDowns. He wasn't on TV every week.
It's
Like he
must-see
was that
TV.
big, he didn't need to, and it became must-see TV when he was there.
Yeah.
It does, but at the same time, like people want to see their champion.
I don't.
wrestle.
I don't even watch it.
It's fair.
Smoke.
You can't want something that you don't watch.
Is it there? I don't know. It's like Bird Box. I don't know what's in front of me.
Bird Box. You got one of those in the backyard.
Mark just comes along and pours water all over Ryan's.
Ruins
face.
everything. Just
Smokey
everything.
has a bird box. He painted one in kindergarten. His mom still has it.
Everything.
Here, Mom, I made you a bird box.
No, she made it
All
into
right,
an ash.
Smokey.
It was an ashtray before the weekend's end.
Get your dad to get a ladder. We'll hang it up in the yard.
There's part of me that still has always thought that we would get 1,000 days out of Roman's reign as well. So like that would mean it doesn't end at WrestleMania. So there's still tons of questions. But I thought the Chamber show was pretty good. I
Was
thought
that the question of the week too? Did we just
no
merge everything together?
no the question of the week relates.
Oh,
to
that was Cena. I'm
the
sorry.
U.S.
That's
title.
right. Yeah.
Big
But
match.
yeah, I thought overall good show, but the main event absolutely was extremely well done, and kudos to everyone involved, including like I said, the crowd, Sammy's wife, Paul Heyman, everybody executed every part of that.
I thought both Elimination Chamber matches were good. I feel like Montez Ford stole the show in the men's 100%. I thought the mixed tag match was a giant piece of shit. And then the Lashley.
Now that had Rhea Ripley in it, right, Mark?
That had Rhea Ripples.
You're trying to goad him into being racist on the show.
No, I'm not.
I don't understand why.
I'm not. I would never.
They call her.
If he slips into a racism, that's on him.
No, no,
Big man.
no,
Big
no.
Is that what they call her?
No, they don't. No, they do not.
I feel like you didn't censor yourself the first time, Mark.
He
I
stopped
think
himself.
he was waiting for Jim to
I'm just.
you in with it.
I have him muted now. I feel like as long as we're talking about
Tucker himself out then. Yeah, I
out a little bit.
think the finish of the Lashley Lesnar match was exactly what that needed to be, because obviously you're getting that at Mania.
Yeah. I like, and I know on Raw they said that Omos wants a match with Lesnar.
Get it
and
out of here.
I know last week on SmackDown, Bray Wyatt said that like whoever wins, and it was like really random. Not that I would dislike either of these, but like he came out and was like, whoever wins between Brock and Lashley, like, has to look out for me or something like that. So I'm just like, it seemed really, so theoretically speaking, it would be Lashley and Bray, and then it would be Brock and Omos at Mania. But I really,
none of those matches make sense.
I don't see either of those happening. I don't see, because I think the rumor is similar to the Mountain Dew Pitch Black match, that Cinnamon Toast Crunch or something wants to be a sponsor of a match at Mania. So like, if that's the Bray Wyatt spot again, I don't see how.
Well, we know one person that's going to hate that.
Are you serious? No.
Who would
Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Who hates Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
No. Are you serious about Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Oh yeah, that's a rumor I heard a couple weeks ago that they want to be they want to sponsor a match.
I love Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah, I would be much happier with that in my house than Pitch Black. Which
I love all of the Toast Crunches, honestly.
The French toast,
so good.
Is there any more?
I don't know if they make it anymore. Oh, they make like a Cinnamon Toast Crunch churros. It's delicious.
Is that different than actual Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
A little bit, yeah, a little bit, a little texture difference.
How you doing, Mark? You okay? Did you wear yourself out?
Rhea Ripley always liked Cinnamon Toast Crunch when she come over.
Okay, good. All right, let's go. Let's go to this.
Since Jon Moxley, Cesaro, way before Gargano, there was Savage and Roddy, and Saturdays on NBC. These five guys on Facebook are gonna take a hard look. Come Thursday brings to you the wrestler on the week.
All right,
can you play that again? And can we edit out these five guys? There's only 4 of us this week.
Can I just yell 4 at the same time?
You should have yelled 4 loudly at that point.
Yeah, come on, Mark. You should.
That's something an intern would think of and do.
These 4 guys on Facebook are going to take a look. 3 Count Thursday, wrestler of the week.
Thank you.
There's our new jingle.
There it is.
Of the week.
There it is. All right. Let's start here.
Get the stupid people's chant pick out of the way.
He says because titles matter.
That's true.
Our new people's champ for this week, as selected by cousin Brian, is Roman Reigns, successfully defending once again the undisputed Universal title for outlasting Sami Zayn in Canada. All right, I will go with Tim since he is not here. He has Mercedes Moné as his number 1, Roman Reigns 2, Asuka 3, Austin Theory 4, and Orange Cassidy as his number 5. Matt, would you like to go next?
Sure, I can go next. 5th place, I have Austin Theory for retaining his U.S. title, since titles matter. In 4th place, Maddie Rankowski and former guest of the show, Missy Kate, your new NWA Women's Tag Team Champions, since titles matter. Congratulations to them. 3rd place, I have Kenta, who is your new NJPW Strong Championship winner. Sticking with Mark's theme of titles mattering. Asuka, no, it's not necessarily a title, but she is now your number 1 contender. And I thought that women's Elimination Chamber match was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. And then in 1st place, Mercedes Moné, your new IWGP Women's Champion.
Longest match on the Battle in the Valley card, by the way, which I know at
Now, I see Mike's comment, and I will preface this, Mike. I don't acknowledge wins when there are outside interferences. So titles do matter, but if you need a little assistance to get that win, I'm not going to look as highly on it. That's how much titles matter to me. I'm sorry they don't matter that much to you, cousin Brian.
So disappointing.
Ryan, would you like to go next?
Mark, did you say he's out of the bloodline?
Out of the bloodline now. He can't be doing that. You can't be doing that, cousin Brian. You're going to shame the family name. Why, if our grandmother was alive, I don't know what she'd say.
Wait, Brian's really your cousin?
That's not just a gimmick?
No.
Huh.
No.
I'll be
Learned
damned.
something today.
Cousin
Number
Brian,
5, X-Pac, Ricardo Rodriguez, and Dirty Dango last Friday really opened up, shared a terrific night of recovery with some folks in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And then they wrestled the next night at Three Legacies Wrestling. But really powerful night, really strong message from those three. Well put together. I heard it was recorded, so they may be releasing it somehow, somewhere. So
That's cool.
definitely check it out. It's definitely worth checking out. Roman Reigns retained his championship, but it's only good enough for number 4 on my list because winning titles matter. Kenta, he's the New Japan Strong Champion. He won that. He's number 3. Mercedes Money Monet, she's number 2. She won a match. I didn't watch it. She's a new
It's all
champion.
really late. That show started at 10 p.m.
It was late, and that's why I didn't watch it. That's for sure.
Smokey needs
The
to
reason why.
hibernate.
Yeah, you go to bed early. I do that.
Right,
You gotta
right.
hibernate.
Right. I had some wontons earlier in the day, and I just was like,
Oh.
"Argh," you know.
You can't be saying that, Smokey. It's not very.
PC.
It's not,
What?
you're not real
Please,
PC when you're
please
saying
continue.
Why the hell can't I eat a wonton?
Yeah.
Can you censor any of
If
that?
I want a spring roll, I'll have a spring roll. Don't tell me I can't have wontons. They're going to tell me I can't eat crab rangoons.
I
Fuck
was
you,
just gonna
Mark.
say, next you're gonna want a crab rangoon.
Oh, Ryan gets testy when you try to limit his Chinese
Take away the
food
goons, man.
intake.
Screw you.
You know what? He doesn't share his crab rangoons either because he's a little shellfish.
Oh my
All
God.
right,
damn
mute
it.
him.
God
Mute him. He
damn it.
ruined it.
That pisses me off so much.
He's a little shellfish.
Yeah, we got it. We got it.
Right, because that's a Kaijimoto
Thank
lost
you.
to Naito, lost to Chono this weekend. His very last match.
Now,
The guy absolutely deserves all of the flowers. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have a shining wizard.
Smokey,
Goodbye,
you could buy
goodbye,
yourself
Mr.
flowers.
Muda. Great Muda, all those gimmicks and characters. Right off into the
Muda.
sunset and have a great retirement, sir. You have earned it.
Do you think he's going to start drawing from his Social Security right away, or is he going to wait?
I don't know how. I don't know. I don't know.
Mark, do you want to give your picks, Mark?
I'd love to.
Now I have to look if he lives in Japan and find out if Japan has Social Security.
Probably.
I
Sure,
bet
they have
they do.
better.
It's-
Sure, they have better benefits. than
Something
we
better than
have
here.
Yeah, something absolutely.
Hello.
Order crab rangoons. Oh shit!
What's the?
Damn it! Now I want.
Hey, it's the picture of Tim.
Hey, there he is. Hey, Smokey, how's you were learning a foreign language? You're learning to count. How's that going?
Mark, can you please read your?
What language was I learning? I forget.
I think it was Celtic.
I could count the whole way up to 100 in Welsh.
And that's what it was, Welsh. Like the grape juice. The
That's not
98,
PC.
99, Kant. Kanto 1, Kanto 2. Yeah.
Mark, can you read
Yeah.
your
yeah, I
picks?
can't see him here, but I got number 5. I have that freshly squeezed gentleman, Orange Cassidy.
No, you don't.
That's
They're on the
David's,
screen. How do you not see them?
Oh, never mind. I was looking at the wrong list. I had them written down here. I had the wrong list.
You should have just let him go. Just let him go.
Did you write Tim's picks?
They were eerily similar to Tim's. All right, number 5. I changed them up. Originally, I did have the freshly squeezed gentleman, but I sat down and I thought about it long and hard, and I realized that titles matter. And even though that Orange Cassidy may hold a title, and he retained, I'm still going to go with Sami Zayn because he didn't win a title. He's my number 5, but he put on one heck of a show. Number 4 is that
Bianca Belair.
Asuka.
Oh,
Now Matt didn't win a title, but she's number 1 contender now. So that to
I
me,
agree.
that's close enough because titles matter.
I put her a little higher because the chase of the title matters a little bit more. Mark,
love the
storytelling.
I love the chase of a title. That's what puts butts in seats. If you get a butt
the
every
edges.
18 inches,
Her.
that's what That's what used to happen out there in Oklahoma. The big cowboy, he would put a butt every 18 inches. Her. Sure.
Can you say it again, Mark?
A big cowboy. Her. That sounds like your stomach thinking about crab rangoon, Smokey. Her.
We were doing so well
There's
for
an echo.
26 minutes. I just want that to be on record.
Dueling hers. I love that.
Dueling hers. That's going to be a TikTok clip. So
that's going to be a dueling her.
TikTok at 3 Count Thursday.
At least you're over top of him this time. It's always my dumb face with Mark doing something stupid. I'm like,
poor Smoke.
Number 3.
So number 3, I have Austin the Roy. He retained, which nobody thought he was going to retain. Everybody's thinking that's Seth freaking Rollins. I don't like that word, freaking. But everybody's thinking Rollins was going to take it, and he didn't.
I don't think anyone was thinking that.
Nobody was thinking that.
All right, no mistake. And titles matter. So that Romanian Reigns retained the titles. So he came at number 2. Remember how Jim Burke used to say 2 instead of 2? So he came in at 2.
Who?
Jim Burke. I thought we used to work with him. I did. I don't think you did.
I have no idea who that is.
Jim Burke. He used to wear the white tennis shoes all the time. 2.
Nobody knows who that is, Mark.
I'm sorry. Jim Burke, if you're listening, I hope you're doing well. And number 1 was Mercedes Martinez Monet. She won the women's title over there in Japan.
It was in California.
Oh, it was in California.
California, Japan. What's the difference?
So
That's true.
That show started late because of technical difficulties.
Well, it started late anyway because it was West Coast.
But because they held off the start of the show because I guess they were having issues with the broadcast, and that there was a small part of me, and I think a small fraction of wrestling fans that were the technical difficulties just so that they could get past the end of the WWE show.
Yes,
that's a good possibility.
Certainly is. I mean, it would be smart, actually.
I mean,
all right.
The NFL does it with the meaningless NFL games on week 4. They wouldn't start a game until the 1:00 games are over. So absolutely, you wait till that audience is done.
I mean,
and then
they do start the games. They just don't switch over.
What was that?
Wow. I think he's still worked up about the crap rangoons.
Now, Mark, I was trying to cover for you in the pre-show. Is key lime pie the flavor of the week at Miriam's Pies?
This week it is not.
No,
They
sorry,
went
everyone.
back. Yeah, I'm sorry. They ain't got no key lime pie this week.
Spadudios.
Yeah, Spadudios.
One of these times, Ryan, you're gonna break the shit out of that microphone.
This guy takes a licking and keeps on ticking.
It's like a Timex.
I thought you were talking about Miriam's Pies.
All right, let's let
Smokey,
me give.
if they come out with crab rangoon whoopie pies, I'll let you know.
Yeah,
I ain't thought about that kind yet.
Oh my god, that's
What was the flavor this week, Mark?
They had black raspberry again.
Oh,
Black
sounds
raspberry.
awful.
Mark, I will say we are asking in advance so that you hopefully do bring whoopie pies to the WrestleMania gathering this year. But if the flavor is black raspberry, feel free to forget.
Let's see. They should have lemon back out by then. Do you like lemons, or are you a little sour on lemons?
I would be fine with lemon.
Lemon would be fine. If
My
you
favorite
show up,
bring a regular one. Why would
and look,
you-
I understand it's Matt's house, and I probably don't have the right to do this, but if you would show up with those shoe fly pie ones again, I will throw you out of his house.
You have my blessing in that.
Okay, and it's
They
on
weren't too good.
record on the air, so just choose wisely, Mark. My 5 for the week: number 5, Kenta, new strong open weight champion. Number 4, Austin the Roy, apparently.
Roy.
2 successful title defenses this week. One at Elimination Chamber, one on Raw on Monday. Okada, still the IWGP Heavyweight Champion. from Saturday's Battle in the Valley. Roman Reigns, my number 2 this week, with the successful defense of his undisputed Universal Championship, and Mercedes Moné, the new IWGP Women's Champion, is my number 1. So for the week, we have Kenta as our number 5, Austin Theory 4, Asuka 3, Roman Reigns 2, and Mercedes Moné is our number 1 for the week. And let's check the standings for the year through week 45. Moxley and Cody Rhodes are tied for 9th place. Mark and Jay Briscoe tied for 7th. Claudio and Taya Valkyrie at 5th place. Jimmy Uso, Roman Reigns tied for 3rd. Sami Zayn is in 2nd place, and Jay Uso still leads the standings after 45 weeks. He currently sits with 54 points.
Coming up on the home stretch, guys.
Coming up, we are in the home stretch here. We close it out right after WrestleMania, so just a little over a month. Week 45 in the books.
Since John Moxley and Cesaro, way before Gargano, there was Savage and Roddy, and Saturdays on NBC. These 5 guys on Facebook are gonna take a hard look. 3 come Thursday brings to you the wrestler on the week.
The 3 count question of the week.
All right, we kind of touched on it a little bit with the Elimination Chamber. We had the chamber match for the U.S. title, and Austin Theory has mentioned John Cena multiple times in the press conference. I think he even brought him up again on Raw this week. So the question of the week, simply this, and if this is the direction that they are heading, should John Cena win the United States Championship from Austin Theory at WrestleMania? If anybody wants to lead off with their thoughts on that, feel free.
Absolutely not. What would benefit from John Cena winning this championship? Just Cena in the match elevates the championship again. It elevates Austin Theory to the next level. The fans will hate the fact that Austin Theory beat John Cena, therefore cementing him even more as like the number 1 heel-ish guy on Raw. Absolutely not.
Would they hate John Cena losing?
Well, the Cena sucks crowd would, but let's go Cena crowd would.
I think it would be more they would hate Theory retaining as opposed to like Cena losing, which I understand is the same thing. But...
So the question is, should Cena win?
Yes, the question is, should Cena win the U.S. title?
Ryan is right. Absolutely not.
Look at that. He looks so happy. Mark, what do you
I also
think?
want to point out that I was the right one back when everybody was arguing that Cena was going to beat Ric Flair's record. Didn't happen.
I mean, because Cena's
I will
retired,
go on
right?
record and say that I was right for that. Dude, it's never going to happen, Jim.
I mean, you can't be right about something like
You
if
can get
Cena's
the
still...
whole way out
It
of town.
still is
It's never going
possible,
to happen.
but I don't think it will.
It's a little unlikely. Flair had more world titles than 16 anyway. They're just not recognized.
Get that.
What the hell?
Wings!
Mark,
Wings!
do you think
Mark, how were the wings at trivia last night?
Oh, the nugs were good. The wings were good. Erica was back for the night, serving up wings.
Mark,
You know,
Does Erica not work there anymore?
No, she got a full-time job elsewhere, and
I didn't know
Hey.
that.
yeah, she only comes back on special occasions. And last night
Wednesdays.
was special. And Jay Lynn moved on too. Now she's working up at the country table. I'm sorry, the
right,
country
we saw her
Meadows.
working
Oh,
there.
yeah. Delicious
That's
breakfast.
Very
Yeah,
good
Jay
breakfast.
Lynn's over
Ham
there.
loaf for breakfast.
Oh, so good. Ham loaf any time of day is not a wrong choice.
I mean, there's probably some times of day where I wouldn't advise eating ham loaf, but
Well,
but
I
Now,
mean,
Mark,
if it's okay for breakfast, when wouldn't it be okay?
I don't know, 2 a.m.
nah. It's
I
worth
feel
the
like
bellyache.
if they made a ham loaf omelet, Jim, at 2 a.m. at the night and day, you'd be like, "Give me that ham loaf omelet."
I'll take
You're-
the ham loaf omelet.
You're not wrong.
And just take an extra Tums before you go to bed. You'll be
But
fine.
now, Mark, did you
Yes,
win
sir.
at trivia last night?
We did our best, Jim, but I guess our best wasn't good
Oh,
enough
shit.
because
I'm
there we
sorry.
were sitting at number 2 for trivia.
Oh, this one's on
Team
me.
Gordon Shumway beat us. Gordon Shumway, who is Alf's real name. Alf is an acronym for alien life form. And it was 80s trivia.
My bad, guys. I didn't.
And
So after we
lost.
lose at trivia, out of nowhere, a magician shows up at our table and starts doing
Yep.
tableside card tricks.
Did
He
you
did. It was
rock
bizarre.
bottom him through the table?
We
'Cause
didn't, because he was really good.
Really?
He was really good.
He was
It wasn't
really
Doesn't
bad.
matter. You
good.
should have said no soliciting and kicked him to the curb.
Get the fuck
Well,
away.
we were all
from me.
awkward, like, well, none of us have any cash to tip this guy, but he just kept going. He
He
was at our
did. He
table
kept
for like
going.
10 minutes. He made somebody's bank card levitate. It was the damnedest thing.
He
And
made a
levitated-
bank card levitate.
It was
And- and-
Cousin Brian's Costco card, but yeah,
Sure. He's a gold member.
it was
He
a
had it
nice
spinning.
card.
It went in front of him, went behind him. It was
Yeah, he
wild.
spun the card around and we watched it do it. No strings attached.
No
I thought Brian
strings
was
or
in on it.
nothing.
He wasn't.
Just like Pinocchio, and got no strings.
And the guy just disappeared into the dark corner of Funk Brewing.
It was really creepy.
Just
He's like, "Ooh,"
throws down
He
the
disappeared.
smoke.
Yeah, he did
Where
the,
do I
the
wish?
Batman, the smoke drop.
That would have been great. He just walked to the other side of the bar and ate a burger.
the
But
the
it was-
funny
it was
thing
a
is-
damn-
I got that guy's
Musician.
Costco card.
The sad
Let me
magician
close
at
out
the
my
end of the
tab.
bar. Good lord.
he showed up right in the middle of Mike Shoop telling me a ghost story. It was really weird.
Maybe. Are you sure the magician wasn't a ghost?
He may have been.
Just
Mike
saying.
Shoop had a spirit visiting him when he lived here in the beautiful Elizabethtown.
Mike Shoop also lost the match for you guys, so there's that.
Well,
Well, it's the fact that we didn't know that hockey coach guy.
That too.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
Mark not
would have
inviting
just
Big
invited
Jim.
me.
Jim,
I know,
who
Jim-
was the coach?
It was Herb Brooks.
Look at that.
Herb
That's 5
Brooks.
points.
Yeah, there it is, Mark.
I'm not Herb.
Mark, should John Cena win the U.S. title at Mania?
Oh, jeepers no, Jim. Jeepers no. What on earth is he going to do that? Stick it in his bread box? It's going to get moldy.
Well, if he
Heck no, we
sticks
don't
it
need
in
that
his
title.
bird box, though, Mark.
Ooh.
Well, if he puts it in the bird
Great
box, then at least the birds will enjoy it. The birds. Smokey, go ahead. Tell your dad to get the ladder. Hang it on the old sycamore tree.
Brian, it was magic. That's how
No,
we
it
did
was,
it.
It was magnets.
No
Had to do
magic.
something
Brian.
with magnets.
You say
Magic.
Magnus.
That card won't work
Magnets.
anymore. He stripped it.
We did.
He probably did.
Cousin,
Magnets
cousin
on a-
Brian's going
on
to
a
go to
card.
Costco and get thrown out.
Sir, this
Yeah.
card doesn't work. Please leave the premises.
No, but I'm a gold member.
The hell you are.
But jeepers no, we don't need to win
Jeepers,
nothing.
no, we got a
Go
Jeepers
back to
no.
making commercials.
Daniel on Facebook says no, it's not a hate thing, but he doesn't need it. It will
No,
do
Sounds
so
like
much.
a hate thing.
Does.
Sounds like
You
it's
wouldn't have
definitely
said
a
that
hate
otherwise.
He is hating.
Look, I'm not, I don't hate him, but it's always the but. He says it will do much more for Theory to win the match.
really would.
Let's see. Sarah says absolutely not. He should, but he should make Theory look good in the end.
Sarah?
What's that?
Sarah?
Sarah. We have a Sarah.
No, thank you
Hi,
for listening, Sarah.
Sarah, no time is a good time for goodbyes.
Tim on
Oh, Sarah.
Twitter, not our Tim, a different Tim.
Tim,
Says he wants to see him in Theory react interact a one-on-one on Raw before he would give his answer. Charlie says
Okay.
depends on the storyline. At this particular point, he's going to say no. And cousin Brian on Twitter says no. He's just there to help get Theory over. Even more incel tickets. If he does win, he will lose it within the week. So
Cousin Brian's on Twitter?
cousin Brian is on Twitter.
what the devil's going on?
Yes, it is at Big Dick Brian.
He said, cousin Brian adds here, if that magnetic strip don't work, I'm gonna crack some magic skulls.
I love that crack is capitalized because you oftentimes talk about crack.
It's important. but yeah, no, I'm in agreement with everybody across the board here. I don't think Cena
You don't need it.
should win the U.S. title again. I think WWE, especially since Triple H has taken over, has done a very good job to elevate the U.S. title and elevate the Intercontinental title. And if
Now
John
that's not what
Cena-
Sean Ross Sapp says.
who no
Sean Ross Sapp said Vince McMahon's back on the old
for
creative
Christ's
train.
sake, really? He said that?
I saw it today. He said a wrestler, I think, reached out to him and said that Vince is back talking about creative.
Oh, goodness sakes.
I don't know. I saw somebody
He might be
screenshot it and then
talking
post it on
incoherently.
Facebook. So who knows? It may not be true.
It may or may not be true.
I don't watch much wrestling. I'm definitely not going to look up what Sean Ross Sapp said to see if it's true or not.
Yeah, I don't know.
If the old Sapper said it, I'll believe him.
I tried scrolling a couple
Sapper.
tweets and I don't. I'm not searching back far enough to find it. But if he's not going to be able to commit, and I don't think he will be, to any sort of a full-time schedule, I don't see how it helps. Helps the title, helps Theory. I don't know what it does for John Cena at this point either. Like, if we're being totally honest about it, like, it just, I think Theory just coming out of it, getting another notch on his belt will be that much better. Big Mike says he's the one that believes Cena putting over an NXT guy would be good for all. But how long does it take for that to happen? Like, are we talking the next night? Are we talking a call up on Raw after Mania?
So Cena holds it, and who?
Carmelo Hayes?
Right, that's the only name I could think that would. The guy that wears boxing trunks.
Gray was
What
that
about the,
Grey's Anatomy.
What's the guy that's the leader of? He has that faction called Scrotum. What's that guy's leader's name?
What? I don't think that's the name.
He's got
Mark.
the Rock's daughter in there.
I don't think Scrotum is the name. So he says open challenge, Raw after Mania loses to Braun Breaker or Carmelo Hayes.
I don't think they could come out of the shadow of Kevin Owens, because isn't that what they did to Kevin Owens?
Oh, yeah. Well, did Kevin?
Wasn't
He
that
didn't
on?
He didn't win the U.S. title though, did
I
he?
guess he didn't. Yeah.
He didn't win. No, he just beat him in his first match.
Yeah.
It was not for the title.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
to the STF like so many other people did.
Have you put in the STF?
John Cena's STF?
Yeah.
My daughter could escape from that. He barely locks it in.
I'm bringing John Cena.
Submission move.
I'm bringing Cena to the WrestleMania party just to see him put your sweet innocent daughter in the STF. Looks like she can't tap out, Matt.
Matt said he like your wife is.
I didn't say tap out. I said she would escape.
She would
Your wife is just like screaming, like, why is this happening? Matt said she could escape. Said it would be easy, but I guess not.
I stand by it.
Poor night too. She comes out in a wheelchair, and I'm like, oh, this is not. Oh my gosh.
Like this isn't what we wanted to happen at all.
Here, have a Carmella t-shirt.
Give her a few. Hey.
Well, that's the thing. You wear the Carmella t-shirt that's like a adult extra large on this little child, and like just slips out of, and like Cena's like, what the fuck?
Could be it.
All right, that's gonna close it up. Unless you guys have anything else to add.
Well, you played the music, so I guess I'll keep it.
It's too late.
You can say it over the music, Ryan.
Nope, you ruined it.
You ruined it.
And not the tool.
I guess you'll have to tune in Tuesday.
I guess so. Tune in Tuesday, 3 Count Podcast on Tuesday. Appreciate everyone for tuning in, interacting this week. And remember to follow us on all of our social media at 3 Count Thursday, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Follow us on YouTube and subscribe as well. Get our merchandise over at tpublic.com. Everything's on sale, 35% off for the next 2 days. So head over there if you have not gotten any 3CT merch as of late. And until next week when we are back and we are live, we hope you stay safe, stay smart, and as always, go for the pin.